Hey y'all, my name is Jatirin Moore and welcome to my YouTube channel. On my channel, I am documenting my journey as a real estate wholesaler. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I know some of y'all coming back. I know some of y'all done watch multiple videos of mine and you still have not subscribed. I release content about my wholesaling journey, so if that is something you are interested in, make sure you subscribe right now. In this video, I will be talking about when is the best time, the right time, the hot time to start looking for buyers. Do I look for buyers before or after I have a property? I'm going to actually give you guys my opinion and my experience, exactly what I did when I got started as a new wholesaler. The term cash buyers is just thrown around in wholesaling so much to the point where people are just fearful and are just like, oh, I need a whole bunch of cash buyers, or oh my goodness, I need to generate a list of all of these cash buyers, before I start finding any deals. That is not true. Now, you do have people who do that. That process may work for them. However, it might not be the best method. I actually started looking for distressed property owners first. Now, why exactly did I do this? Well, one, because I was in the mentorship program, the best mentorship program, TTP, and my coach told me to. He told me to just start looking for distressed properties. But then when I thought about it, it actually makes more sense to, right? Because what's the point of building up a buyer's list if you don't even have any properties for them? And most of you guys may rebuttal that and say, well, what's the point of finding a property if you don't know what your buyers are looking for? Well, let me just hold your horses right there, because typically a lot of buyers are just saying a deal is a deal, and if the numbers work out, I'll buy it. That's what majority of the buyers are saying. Therefore, you don't even have to worry about if your property you have under contract will be purchased, because if it's an awesome and amazing deal, if it's a smoking hot deal, it's going to have a lot of interest shown to it by multiple different buyers. And honestly, it doesn't take long to find buyers. The process that may take a while is actually finding distressed property owners, believe it or not, especially depending on the method you're using as your lead generation process. I specifically cold call, and that's how I find my leads. And sometimes that can take a little time. So therefore, go ahead and build up your pipeline of leads first. Build up your pipeline of distressed property owners first, and then start finding your buyers. That's what I would suggest. My very first deal, I actually started cold calling September of 2021, and 2 days into calling, I had my first very hot lead. That was my first lead I ever had, and it was the first deal I had ever closed, and it closed in about 45 days from our initial conversation, right? And I found that deal without having a single buyer. A buyer's list didn't exist for me. How did I get my buyers though? Surprisingly, the buyer that I found for my first deal, and if you guys haven't watched my first deal breakdown, go ahead and check that out right here, where I described the entire process. But that buyer actually came from me driving for dollars, and I called my driving for dollars list, and it just so happened that seller who owned the property I was calling for was also a buyer. So he was interested in purchasing more off-market deals cash. And so when I called him to inquire about his property and if he would sell it, he told me no, but that he was looking for properties to purchase. And so I gave him that property that I had. It was so random. Again, I didn't have any buyers, and it literally lined up to where he purchased my first deal. So I got my first deal from driving for dollars, believe it or not. I did not utilize Facebook like I do now, and I didn't go to PropStream and pull a list of cash buyers within the last year. I literally drove for dollars, not even knowing that you can also build or find buyers that way. Not a lot, but you can. Although it was a thought of mine to have a cash buyers list, because that's what everybody preached and recommended that every wholesaler should have, I wanted to make sure that I actually found a great deal, and that's what I did. And it was scooped off of my hands right then and there. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of people. I didn't have the property, or blast it out to a lot of people. I could have made more money on it, but at the time, I'm just like, man, I found a distressed property. I have a buyer that's interested. Why not? Made a quick $2,000 and I was fine. I don't want you guys to overthink this. Don't beat yourself up if you do not have a cash buyers list. Also, don't compare. You're going to be in markets where wholesalers already exist. And they've probably been in the markets for years and years and years, and they just have these long, extensive buyers list. Who cares about that? Do you? Find distressed property owners, network into like different Facebook groups. Once you have a smoking hot deal, because that is a thing, it will not last long. You will not have that property long. And also, say for instance, you may be questioning, well, Jatirin, when I do find a distressed property owners, what if I really can't find a buyer? Well, listen, you have options. Don't fret. All you have to do is network with other wholesalers in the market and JV with them. Create a joint venture deal with them. No, you won't get all of the profits, but it's okay than not having, it's gonna be more than what you had in your bank account yesterday. You're gonna be $1 richer towards your goal. And I actually have a video on my channel that you can check out that gives you free resources on how to build your buyers list. So if you're just itching and antsy and nervous about not having any buyers, check out this video where it shows you exactly where to go to build a free cash buyers list. That's all I have for you in this video. If you have enjoyed this information, if you have learned something, if you have found this video to be of value, please subscribe, especially if you done made it to the end of this video. You obviously enjoying something. I mean something, okay? And then hit the notification bell so that you never miss any time I upload any new content. And until next time, bye.